Hi everyone, my name is Olga and you're on my channel about cross stitch. Today is Monday, February 27th, and it's actual 14 days since we met last time. I have a lot to show you, I think a lot. It was 2 really productive weeks for me. I stitched a lot, you can see, and I will show you. I have one finished object and one fully finished one, and quite a few WIPs, works in progress. And you can hear my dog here. We have a visitor, and probably, do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? Come here. Come here. Oh, he's quite a big one. That's my youngest dog, Thorin, and he's a cardigan Welsh corgi, but he has floppy ears. Yes, I know. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi, Flosstube. Yeah, here we go. Here he is. Yeah, okay. So when I'm filming, they always hear. I have a second dog, but he's big enough and I couldn't pick him up. He's a corgi too, but he's 4 years old and he's pretty grumpy when I try to pick him up. So, okay. It was a little interruption. Let's jump in. I will show you my book of days, and you can see that I stitched every day. This month, I think, yeah, every day. Usually, I have like 1 or 2 not stitching day a month, not this month actually. Okay, let's start with the fully finished. Or just finished. Okay, let's start with just finished first. I finished my body threads, Home for Christmas. It was a kit. It's stitched on 14 count Ada with a printed background, with the kit floss. I suspect that it's DMC, but I'm not sure. So here it is. It has a lot of backstitch on the house, a little beads, I don't know if you see it, and it's all these trees are sparkly. Yeah, I think you can see the sparkle. I have an awful light today. It's a gloomy day today, and yeah, I have my ring light on, and I hope it will not glare too much in my eyeglasses. Okay, so I finished it, and I have a frame for it actually, but I would frame it closer to the Christmas, I think. So it will go to the box and will stay there till I will frame it. Then I had a fully finish. It was a start and a finish of February. And this is a Silver Creek Samplers. Just a second. It's a Silver Creek Samplers, a perfect match. Actually, it's a wedding sampler, but I stitched it to my husband for St. Valentine's Day, and I actually gave it to him, fully finished and framed on this day. Oh, my brooch just went down. I don't know why. People ask about my brooches. I have a big collection, and this actual one is Ernst Wilder. It's Australian manufacturer, and it's all plastic, but it's so cute. I just love it. I have like many of them, like maybe 20 or more. Okay, here is my fully finished perfect match by Silver Creek Samplers. I changed a couple of colors here, actually this blue one and the reds, because this pattern is charted for, I think, Cosmo thread, yeah, but I don't have Cosmos on hand, so I used DMC conversion, and this conversion, for me, it's not so bright. Oh, this lighting is awful. Okay, I will go like that. I will go like that. So I changed reds because in a DMC conversion they were quite brown and I didn't like it. So I stitched it, and it should be personalized, so you can see it's in initials there. There you should just put your initials and your spouse initials and wedding rings there because it's a wedding sampler. I just stitched a heart instead of rings and didn't put any initials there because we all know for whom this picture is. I stitched it on a 14 count sparkly, oh yeah, you can see the sparkle there a little bit. It's an Aida you could buy in Michael's and they have it in 3 colors, I believe. This one is blushy pink and they have a blue one and a yellow one, I think. So I used the blush pink one. It's blush pink and it's sparkly. And Silver Creek samplers patterns are ideal for Aida, and you can use it, and yeah, it will turn out great. So here's my fully finish. Okay, now my whips. You know that I have a year-long project. I made it for myself. Oh, it's a mess here all around, but I will show you. Okay, I have all my whips like in a pile, and this pile is pretty messy, so sorry for this. Okay, this is my year-long project. This is Design Works kit, Road 66 Christmas Diner, and I decided that I will stitch it during the year, and I will put 5,000 stitches every month to just finish it till Christmas. And this work has 62,000 stitches, and for now I have 10 of them and a lot of backstitch. But okay, it's a huge frame. It's American Dream frame with Velcro. I love them. I have 3 of them, and yeah, this one is the biggest one, and here we go. So last time I had this part of the building finished, and this is another 5,000 stitches. So we have 10 now, and yeah, here we go. You can see it's people there, little people. So yeah, this was a whip I struggled with because I couldn't stitch winter when it started to be more springish, but it's okay. Then I stitched on my Time After Time DMC kit, and yeah, I used the Aida and floss from a kit for my diner, and it's 14 count white Aida. Okay, this is the DMC Deco series Time After Time. The artist is Françoise Dubourg, a French artist. So, and I had a kit, and the kit had a printed Aida, but it was so grungy because I bought this kit on eBay. It's a pretty old one, and I'm stitching that on 32 count Lugana by Bestitch Me in the color Morning Fog. And I think it's like just perfect. It's perfect piece for this. And I stitched on it like I think for 2 days, I think. So I put a little bit of the how I stitch. I choose the color which is the most, it has the most maybe coverage. I don't know. So the color with the largest count of stitches, and stitch it all, and then just tie other colors to this color. So here we go. It's all half stitches, time after time. DMC kit. I use a floss from a kit and this Lugana from Stitch Me. I will put this in there. It's not so. And then on Valentine's Day, I had a gift. My husband bought me a Lanarte kit, and it was on my wish list on 1-2-3 Stitch, and my husband went and bought it. So of course I wanted to start it because it's a gift, and my husband gives me kits and or stitching supplies not so often because he doesn't know where to go to buy them. He's pretty busy, and he asks me to buy something for myself, but I don't like it. So I created a wish list, and it works because it's still a surprise, but I know that I will have something that I wanted for a long time. So it's a Lanarte kit. It has a 27 count Linda in it and a DMC floss, and I use all of it. And I started the same day, and now I have a page finished. It will be a pretty big piece because it's 27 count, and it's like, so it's a one page from 4, but it's done. It's beautiful, it's bright, it's the colors are cheerful. I love to stitch on it. And yeah, it's a page finished. It has a lot of back stitch in there, you can see that. Okay, I hope this light works. There we go. And as you know, I have another Lanarte in my whips because I'm participating in SAL, the mystery SAL Lanarte have. And for now, 2 parts of the pattern are out, and I stitched both of them. Here we go. So this one was the first one, this one is the second one. I finished it. So they release a part of the pattern once a week on Friday, so I stitched on it Friday and Saturday next day, and each part is like probably 1,300 stitches, so nothing like too bulky. And I suspect which Marjolaine Bastien picture we will stitch. I suspect that, but I will not tell you because I don't want to spoiler it. I know that my viewer Jacqueline stitches it too, so hi Jacqueline. I hope you have a good progress on it. And I think I have had questions about what these things are. This is a spool. I think it's something for spools originally, but I use it to keep my, here's my back. So don't be afraid of my back. So it just helps me to hold the fabric. And yeah, here we go. This is my SAL. Then I started a couple of things, I think. Oh no, okay, a whip again. This one I will show you the picture on my tablet because it's a digital pattern, and I have just digital picture of it. This is I'm Ukrainian by Nadezhda Nagorna, and here she is. I'm stitching this in honor of all my Ukrainian friends. I told you about it. And I put another 10% on it, and now it's halfway done. That's how it looks. She's beautiful. I'm working on her hair, and then I will stitch her skin and this beautiful tattoo on it. This tattoo is a traditional Ukrainian flowers using for cross stitch actually. So she's just gorgeous. I love her, and I will talk about her in my plans a little bit later. Then I had a little challenge in one of my stitchy groups. I have a stitchy group with my friends, like a stitchy chat in Telegram. And so sometimes we do a little challenges or like marching orders. So one of my marching orders was to stitch on my Nova Sloboda Coral Still Life. And I did it. I stitched on it like one evening, and this kit is a kit. It's stitched. Oh, I forgot again. I'm so bad in talking about fabrics I stitch. I'm Ukrainian. Is stitched on 32 count Jobilan in the color white, I think, off-white maybe. So this one is stitched on 14 count Aida with the printed background because I love printed background. This kit is from Ukraine, and this manufacturer still exists, and they have great kits, and I just really recommend it. So I stitched on it, and I stitched this coral completely, so it will have beads on it. You couldn't see, but here will be some beads, but I will bead when I finish all the crosses. So I stitched on it one evening. It was a marching order, and I did it. Actually, I don't want to stitch on it in spring because it's more like summery piece for me. So I will stitch on it on summer more. Then I have a couple of starts, and one of it is Margarita. Margarita is a character from a famous book from Russian-Ukrainian writer Mikhail Bulgakov, and the name of the book is Master and Margarita, and this is my I think my favorite book ever. So, and Margarita is a woman who became a witch because she loved a man, and it's a great love story, but actually it's a mystical, and so it's a great book, and you can read it in English, and the English translation is pretty good too. So I read it in Russian and I read it in English, and it's great. So you should just read the book. So I have a special print on 28 count Trento. Actually it looks like this with all this like name Master and Margarita is here. So I will stitch just her without this round there, like I don't know, I don't like this circle. So yeah, and I started her a couple of days ago. Just a sec. Has my, so you can see the print and this ghosty like some skin colors. I stitched one color completely, and now I will continue on her. Yeah, pretty ghosty Margarita, but she's a witch, so it's fine. Yeah. So, and I have a, oh, sorry, and I have a nice bag. It's one of my two nice project bags, and this is from Tiny House Stitcher. And when I saw this, so I like Calaveras, I like Donna de Muerte theme, so I just grabbed this bag, and it has a pretty spider on this zipper pull. So yeah, it's just one color here because I stitched with this color. Okay, this is my Margarita, and I started her, and I wanted to start her like 2 or 3 years, I don't remember, so finally I started. And the last one, actually I worked on it yesterday and I will work on it today. I think this is Dog's Declaration by Ink Circles, you all know it. And I stitched it on 36 count no name linen. I picked up an acorns and thread, and you have it, yeah, you can see the thread, but I'm working on it. So I almost finished a page, and this piece is in honor of my oldest dog, Newton, and this piece is for him because he loves squirrels and his biggest dream is to catch a squirrel. But he was not successful for now, but who knows, who knows. So last time I had just L and this motif, so I put this motif, these two squirrels, little doodads, the crown. So here is the page. It's 12 pages, so I finished just the first one. I stitch 1 over 2, 1 thread over 2 fabric threads with all called for Waldanis, but I hate them. I don't like the threads, especially this one for letters. I think it was a mistake in over dyeing because this thread just shreds every like inch of stitching and I don't like it, so I switched it to Weeks Day Work Molasses and it works better, so I will stitch with this one. I know that these letters will be a little bit darker, but I think it's okay, I don't care, so I will work on it. Okay, I think these are all my whips. Let's talk about plans. Actually, I have some plans for starts and some for my whips, works in progress. So I decided to switch my projects like by month and switch between my patterns and my kits, except the design works because it's my year-long project. So let's talk starts or maybe whips. Okay, whips first. I will work on Dog's Declaration. Already had shown it to you, but it's okay. Again, this one will be one of my whips for March. Another one will be I'm Ukrainian because I want to work on her and probably finish her in March. It's doable. She has a lot of backstitch on her, but it's decent. Like, so I think this size is medium for me. So it's like 15,000 stitchers, and I have 50% now. So it's definitely doable. So I will work on her. Will be my second one for March. I will work on my SAL because every week we have another pattern, part of the pattern, so it's 3. Now about starts. Actually, I'm pretty seasonal stitcher and I don't have any spring themed like fully finished pieces, so I decided to stitch some of them. One of it I have just digital copy and I will show you the picture. These ones are from so it's actually a pattern from the Turkish cross stitch magazine. If you need them, I will find from what magazine I took it, because I had just like patterns. I will show you it real quick. It's tulips in a tin. It's hyacinth. I don't know which one I will stitch, and this is daffodils. I have 3 of them, and I will stitch. I think I have a digital copy. Just a sec. I have a digital copy of 2 of them, and I think I will stitch daffodils. So it's like, it looks like that, and I have a perfect frame for it. So I'm not sure would it be daffodils or tulips. I have daffodils and tulips in digital format, so probably I will stitch one of them, because I have a perfect frame, an oval frame to frame them, and I already see it on my wall, so in my mind, so I will do that. I will stitch something like one of it, tulips or daffodils, I think. Then I have First Signs of Spring by Cottage Garden Samplings, and you know that I stitched a turkey from this series. I stitched something else, so I'm slowly going with this series, but I like it all. And so First Signs of Spring will be started this month. I'm not sure would it be like on the first 2 weeks of the month or the second 2 weeks, we'll see, but it will definitely be started and finished, because why not? I want some finishes. That's why I will switch between kits and patterns, because I could finish a pattern like in a week. And with the kit, with all this color changing and all these, you know, so kits, I prefer a really like complicated kits. So a lot of color changing, lots of colors, and lots of backstitch. So I prefer this kind of kits, and patterns are easier for me, especially this kind of, it's like it takes me like a week to stitch. So yeah, it will be another start. And this one I'm working on a series from Summer House Stitcher Works, and my next one will be Spring Awakens. I already stitched autumn and winter, and I have all 4, so I will stitch Spring Awakens. And I have its vintage smoky ivory, and I already stitched 2 of them on this. It's 32 count, so they will be a start and a finish this month. Spring Awakens, Summer House Stitcher Works, one of my favorite designers, and I will talk about my favorite designers in a minute. Another start I should do in March, it's my another favorite. It's Stellin Emblem Scissors Sampler. I saw it in, I think, last market, and I fell in love, so I just bought it. And I will stitch it on 28 count Picture This Plus. I know that it's Picture This Plus, that is Slugana, but I don't know the colorway. I think it's Whisper. Looks like that. So another start. Oh, okay, here we go. That's the right way. I want it to be bigger, so it would be 28 count. And the last start I want to stitch, at least start in March, is one of the spring samplers by Prairie Schooler. I have the reprint, of course, but I love them all and I want to stitch them all, but I didn't decide yet which one will I start. And I think, I don't know, I will flip a coin. I want to stitch them all, but I don't want to start them all. So I will start one of them. They're all the cutest. I don't know, I love them all. I will stitch them all, but I will start one of them. Okay, so these plans are just huge, I know, but you know me. So at least I want to have 3 finishes in March. The cottage garden, I'm Ukrainian pattern, and spring awakens. At least 3 finishes in March. Because I will work just on my patterns, it could be easier, I think, to do that. Then, about my favorite, absolutely favorite, I had a question on Instagram. Oh, and my Instagram will be down below. I had a question on Instagram about my favorite designers. And I couldn't say that I have like one favorite. I have like 10 of them, I think. And my all-time favorite is Cottage Garden Samplings, because I think I have 2 their series. This one, so I think it was 2 years ago, A Time for All Seasons, and I have all this series completed, so I have all the patterns, all the floss, everything. And I started to collect Snowman Collector series, and I wanted to stitch them all in one piece. It will be huge because I chose 32 count Vintage Country Mocha, and it will be like lap quilt size. I'm not sure if I want to do that this year, but probably eventually I will. So for now I'm thinking of choosing some of these patterns because some of them I like, some of them I don't, so, or like but not so much, well, you know, all these things. So yeah, Cottage Garden is my favorite, one of my favorites. Then Celine Emblem, I love them, and you will see another one. You can see my fruit square pomegranate, and you will see blueberries in summer, I think, by Celine Emblem. And I recommend you to go to Top Knot Stitcher website and see which patterns Celine Emblem released on market. And I want them all, but I I thought about the idea Brenda and Laura, Brenda and Serial Starter, they mentioned on their channel. These market new releases, they will be there all year, so you can pick them up like the time you want. So it's not necessary to buy it just the first second they were released. So I will buy these Celine Emblems. And my another favorite is Summer House Stitcher Works. You can see I found this series amazing. I will finish it. I'm not so much simpler stitcher, as you can see, but I love their little samplers, little smalls, but I don't stitch small a lot, so small projects are not for me. I consider these ones, I couldn't just, you know, so I consider these ones, it's Summer Refreshers, the last one in the series. I will stitch it on summer, and I consider it as small. So my smallest projects are this size, and it's like 118 on 88, so not so big. For me it's small, and I don't stitch smalls because actually I don't know how to display them. in my house we have many walls, and most of them are not filled with my stitching, and my husband is pretty interested in my stitching, so he thinks that we should display all my stitches on the walls. And probably when the walls will like end I will stitch some smalls, but for now I'm stitching smalls like once in the season. It could be a little ornament or some little project like my shameless hussy there on the shelf, so it's a small. I think she is my smallest stitched project for years and years. I don't like stitched Christmas ornaments because my tree doesn't have an ornaments. It just has lights. I don't like ornaments, I like lights. And I like to see how people stitch smalls and how they display them in a dowel, and it's cute, it's just amazing, but not for me. So my projects, usually they are framed. Well, you saw it if you are with me for quite some time. So this video is pretty long for me, and it's interesting because I'm like talking and talking and talking. So thank you all for subscribing, for liking my posts, my videos, and thank you for subscribing on my Instagram page. I'm trying to be pretty consistent within Instagram and YouTube. I hope I will continue because for now it's my 4th video in a row when I do exactly 2 weeks. And yeah, I'm happy with that. At the end, as usual, thank you for your kind words and prayers for my family. Thank you so much. My family in Ukraine and my family in Russia are all safe and healthy as they could be. I have my mother-in-law in Ukraine and my mom and my grandma in Russia, and so they 3 of them are fine. My mom is recovering after her surgery, and her doctor is pretty happy with her progress there, so I hope she will recover pretty well soon. So my son is in college and he's fine. I'm happy for him because he is having his best life now, as I understand. So thank you for your kind words, thank you for your prayers, it means a lot for me. Thank you so much. And so see you in 2 weeks. I hope I will show you a lot again. See you, bye.